Hey there, Izuna.
What now? Please?
When's the last time you really had fun playing a game? Huh?
I won't lose to losers.
Sorry to disappoint.
Everyone knows Blank never loses a game.
This is fun! Thank you!
No way! A double jump? You gotta be kidding!
What did she do? I've heard of this. An ability only a few war beasts possess that make them able to overcome all physical limits. Blood destruction.
I won't lose. Thank you.
My.
This is BS! Not even Mario can do that!
It must be a glitch! She's too unpredictable!
The little kid's all over the place! So then this was her real cheat all along!
The difference between their strength is too great to overcome. This battle is already over.
Okay, I predicted that things would get a little hairy, but I really didn't expect this.
I can't calculate what to do.
I know. She's practically defying physics, so trying to use those equations isn't gonna help us.
Sora,
At times like this, you can leave it to me. I'm still king when it comes to bluffs. At this rate of speed, she'll no doubt predict that I'll dodge. So she'll try to block both sides. And once she decides that I won't dodge after all, she'll fire one straight down the middle. 2 shots? Damn it. Did she plan this from the start?
No!
Sora and Shiro's heartbeats have gone flat. A perfect headshot. There's no way to disguise that. You've got them, Izuna! You've got them!
Thanks! Yes, I did it! Thank you!
Huh?
What the hell was that?
So, Sora? Did I do it? Did I get her? Is it okay if I open my eyes now, you guys? Shiro?
oh,
Hey, are you guys still there? Answer me!
well, looks like it worked.
Sure does.
That's bullshit! They couldn't have planned all of that!
Even if you do have a sixth sense, bet you didn't see that coming. When Shiro bounced her shot off of Jibril's bullet, she wasn't aiming for you.
I was aiming below.
At Steph, who was being carried by one of the animal girls.
That's absurd!
NPC movement is controlled by certain rules.
As a result, you can predict where they'll be.
And NPCs, they don't make any sound when they walk. And since Steph was unconscious, you couldn't sense her desire to attack you. That means you weren't going to detect her. Also, before the game, I bound Steph with the pledges to obey any order that Shiro had written on the ground, but to forget that order as soon as she read it.
Once your love power is restored, wait until your energy is just about to run out and then fire straight ahead.
all we had to do was calculate the NPC's movements and then lead Izuna to the predicted spot.
Impossible! That's not a matter of mere calculation. That's like...
Seeing the future, right? Why, it's almost like I read your mind, isn't it? This whole game, you've been tracking our heartbeats and pointing out our positions to Izuna.
They knew that we were doing this all the time and took advantage of it?
When it comes down to it, there are really only two actions you can take in a game.
Advance your own strategy, or respond to another player's strategy. It's a question of who has the initiative.
And in this case, we held the initiative throughout the entire game. That's all there is to it. You thought you were making all the moves when in fact, we were playing you like fools. It wasn't precognition on our part. The result was simply inevitable. You see, the weak have their own way of fighting. We leave it to the strong to fight each other head on. It's not our style. All right, how about you tell everybody who the winner is, Gramps?
The winner is Alkia! And so, in accordance with the pledges, the Eastern Federation turns over everything on the continent to the Kingdom of Alkia!
Sora, why did you deliberately alter your shot and aim for my panties?
Don't ask that! You know the answer! Couldn't let all these people see my little sister naked!
Oh yeah, but what about me? Does my dignity mean nothing?
Now, don't get upset. You won us the victory, Dolly. You're everyone's hero now.
Oh, and good work from you too. You pulled everything off exactly according to plan.
But of course, I aim to please you however I can, Master.
But now, the Eastern Federation is the Ward Beast, sir.
Izuna, it's not your fault, my dear. Our country chose to do this. You were simply following my orders.
That's not it, is it, Izuna? Huh? You're probably a little confused right now because you actually enjoyed our little game, didn't you?
No, I would never, ever feel that way. So many people are going to suffer because I lost today.
But, Izuna, you were smiling, weren't you?
Why did I have to go and smile like that? Thank you. Because I did, the Eastern Federation will be taken over, and so many people will... And it's all my fault for having too much fun and not winning.
It'll be okay. Whether you had fun or not, we would have won anyway. So, how does it feel to know that there's an enemy out there that you can't defeat no matter how hard you try? I'll tell you how it feels. It's awesome! You'll see. Your first loss hurt. I get that. But that's why it was fun. Now that you know how that feels, you could be our friend. Welcome, Izuna. You're officially a gamer now.
Next time, I'm not gonna lose, please.
You seem to have the wrong idea about this, by the way. Nobody's gonna die, and nobody's going to suffer. This world really is a game, you know. No one here seems to get that, but we do.
This is the power of humanity's weakness. The wisdom to see the world with unclouded eyes and predict the future. Okay, I think I can have faith in that. Field, we're heading home. We've got lots of work ahead of us.
Sounds simply lovely.
I really hate baths, thank you.
I totally agree, but right now you're all mine.
How nice. You're really into this today, Master.
As soon as I saw Izuna's fluffy tail, I just had to give it a good poopy.
My, the two of you are getting along surprisingly well now, aren't you? The way things were after the game, I wouldn't have thought you would become friends.
Sora had a talk with Izuna afterwards and straightened things out. He told her why nobody will suffer, even if the Eastern Federation is absorbed into Elkia.
And why is that?
Huh?
What lies did you tell my sweet Izuna to gain her trust, you goddamn ape?
What's wrong, pal? You can't handle the truth?
Come again?
Forget I said anything. Even if I told you, there's nothing you could do. Besides,
Guys, it's terrible! The Eastern Federation!
before the game with us even started, the Eastern Federation moved all its special technology and personnel off the continent. That right?
You knew already?
Well, I just figured, since I'd do the same thing.
So why didn't you stop them or at least say something? We managed to take back the continent, but that's a serious blow.
Don't worry about it. Our game with them still hasn't finished yet. Has it? Representative of the Eastern Federation?
You look like you're having a splendid time. Would you mind if I joined you for a bit?
The shrine. The shrine priestess.
Nice to meet you. Hope I'm not intruding. Welcome to the land beyond the sea, where we read poetry under the light of the moon.
Are you sure you wish to allow those hairless chimps into our inner sanctum?
I don't see why not. The game's over, so what harm could it do?
Is it okay if I take pictures, can I? Huh?
She's a dignitary from another country. Could you be polite for once in your life?
You two have really given us an awful lot of trouble.
Well, that's elves for you. They were faster than I thought they'd be.
The elves?
What are you talking about?
If we moved all the people and goods off the continent, you couldn't make good use of your newfound territory. That way, you'd eventually challenge us again.
And then you could destroy us for good. Or so that's what you thought.
Indeed. Who could have guessed you'd try to use a spy to contact the elves and expose our game? Then everyone would know our secret and we wouldn't be able to win any longer. Luckily, I had already taken that into account. To be honest, I had assumed that you were working in league with Elven Guard from the very beginning. But now, this problem. Avantheim was not supposed to be involved.
What? How long have you been planning this?
You wouldn't guess by looking at me, but I was an official there. On the Council of 18 Wings, that is. I have a formidable degree of influence in Avantheim.
First we had Elkia, then Elven Guard, and now Avantheim. Even with our tricks exposed, we would have still been able to take on the puny likes of humanity. But with the elves and the Flugo as well, I'm afraid that's another matter. What a mess this is. Here's what I'll do. As representative of the Eastern Federation, I'm taking revenge on you right now.
Priestess, no!
Shall I say it again? You've caused me an awful lot of trouble. Your death will not be painless.
Alrighty then. I accept your challenge. I'm sick of coming up with convoluted strategies. Why don't we go ahead and settle this with a coin toss?
That Toodle?
Oh no. It's just this kingdom's success. It's my life's work and it's being destroyed by shaved monkeys. And to think it's all coming down to a coin toss? It's hilarious.
I knew it. You're a gamer too, aren't you? Okay. If I win, Elkia gets all the Eastern Federation's territory, including the islands outlying the continent.
And if I win the toss, the war beasts get the right to self-rule and a guarantee of resources from the mainland.
For all your talk of revenge, you're more concerned about preserving your people's safety.
Well, you see, once the elves invade, it's over for us anyway. This is the least I can do given the situation. Promise me, even if I lose this game, Izuna and Ino and all of my people will be under your protection.
Oh, priestess.
Of course.
You're not so bad.
Yes. Can we begin?
All right, let's have the most hardcore coin toss ever recorded in history. I'll let you pick. Which one do you want, heads or tails? I'll just go with whatever you don't.
Are you sure?
Yes, ma'am. Ready? Ashente!
Now I can free myself from all physical boundaries and begin to grasp all the subtle nuances in the environment. At the rate the coin is currently falling, I predict that it will hit the ground after 142 flips, bounce 4 times, spin 5.2 seconds, and land on tails. I don't detect any magic in the vicinity. Did they underestimate my kinetic vision? No, I seriously doubt that. Although... I pick tails.
You gotta be shitting me.
A draw.
What? For real?
Oh boy, isn't that something else? Sure didn't see that coming, eh? What a pickle. Did we both win or did we both lose? Which could it be?
Sora, you're not fooling anybody, dummy!
Of course. This was your goal from the start.
You know, if we both win, then that could mean both of our demands are fulfilled. If so, you'd end up under Elkia's control, but your rights are assured, and you keep the ability to self-rule. Then we can both share the continent's
The
resources.
Eastern Federation becomes the Elkia Federation.
Well then, do we both win or do we both lose? Which one?
Don't listen to him. He wants to take the Eastern Federation and destroy the War Beast.
You've got it all wrong, thanks!
I beg your pardon, sir, but what could possibly possess me to bring harm to my newfound animal girl paradise? It's filled to the brim with adorable little kitty and puppy and fox girls like Izuna. Why the hell would I ever want to destroy a treasure like that?
Dude, rein it in.
Honestly, to think that we've been playing into your hands this whole time. However, even if our nations do unite, thanks to you, the elves now know all our secrets. Elvengard will declare war on us eventually.
You're right. And when they do, how about we make them regret they made that decision?
You honestly think you can do that?
Hell yeah, I can. The thing about that spy, she actually had her memories altered by the pledges before she reported to the Elven Guard. So she gave them the wrong information about your game.
So then, the reason you fought Kurumi for the right to alter her memories, that was...
It was for this very day.
Now, when Elven Guard attacks us, we're sure to win against them. Then we get to claim the Elves Nation too.
You're telling me you thought this through that far?
Checkmate doesn't mean you've simply cornered the enemy king. It's a declaration that the enemy king is yours. That's why I said it the first time I met you. Check and mate. Get it? Okay, so which will it be? Do we both win or do we both lose? It's all up to you.
Are you really gonna make me say it? Okay, fine. Have it your way, we both win.
Okay, good deal. The Elkia Federation is born!
So, what do you plan to do now? Please don't tell me you're thinking about starting another great war.
If I wanted that, I would have taken your race piece.
But those must never be taken, so we won't.
That's right. Our goal has never changed. It's simple and straightforward. We must defeat Tet, and that's it.
Defeat Tet! How?
But he's gone. That's not possible.
Oh yeah? Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, you're going to try and beat a god? My, you do come up with the strangest ideas. You actually think you can do it?
Dunno.
We don't have any clues about the specifics, but we have some hints. Like here. Why are the race pieces shaped the way they are?
And then?
Why are there precisely 16 races of Exceed in this world, not more or less?
And finally?
What are those things I see on the horizon?
So you think that gathering all the pieces is what gives you the right to challenge God? But wait, doesn't that mean you need to take each of our race pieces to play the game?
I doubt it.
'Cause you see, that would go against the pledges.
Why do you think that?
Simple. Why put in a rule that doesn't have to be followed? Maybe you forgot.
Forgot what?
Pledge number 10, of course. Perhaps the most important one.
Let's all have fun and play together!
In other words, if we're not all together having fun, we can't beat the game. You see, we don't need to steal each other's pieces. Like the legend says, each of the races, the 16 races who call themselves wise, must use their ingenuity and wit, their great fortunes and power to build a tower of knowledge on Disboard.
Prove to me your strength of mind. I'm not asking for that much from you. Right? That's great! Wonderful! This really is getting fun. I was so right to bring those two here. I'm waiting for you. We'll have the best game ever! Bring all your friends along too. Until then...
Elvengard, the largest country in the world, and we're supposed to tear it apart from within. He makes it sound like that's easy.
Oh, I'm sure he has a plan.
Well, if he does, I'd like to know what it is. I guess we'll come up with something. Otherwise, humanity doesn't really stand a chance.
It'll work out.
A way for the weak to defeat the strong while remaining weak. A way to stay who you are, but at the same time surpass your limits. To soar through the sky even though you don't have wings. Despite all the despair, suffering, and darkness, he's always managed to find a path to the light.
I knew I wasn't just imagining things. Something about you has changed, Kurumi.
Yeah? I guess Sora's confidence is wearing off on me. And if I have you, then I can do anything.
And I'll be happy to help out. I would take on the entire world for you, which might actually be the case.
You may be right. Well, let's see what we can do.
Well, we'd better get going.
Oh, thank goodness.
What about the other thingy?
Don't worry, I hadn't forgotten.
Huh? Forgotten about what?
Thought of something else to try and take away from our priestess? Think again, primate!
It's not really something we want, per se. If you're a shrine priestess, you must have one, right?
We've been wondering if you could call it.
Oh.
What did she just do? What's going on?
What an amazing level of power!
Divine core manifestation. Mind meld established. Power setting minimal. Why have you summoned me, you creatures of the finite lifespans?
Exceed rank number 1. The old deuce.
Exceed rank 1?
Okay. Let the games begin!